read lots of the postings. Even on some sites that I'm not a member of, friends have forwarded to me so I can see what knowledge management firms have to say. Okay, let's think about the name, Association for Strategic Knowledge Professionals. I'm in favor of change. I'm a huge fan of the alignment project. I'm in agreement with many of our SLA colleagues that it might not be the perfect name for us, but I have a strong belief in the value of the research that Fleischman Hillard conducted for us. The words in this proposed name tested far better than the Special Libraries Association, far better than many other suggested choices. That's important to me, listening to what our stakeholders and our clients and customers have to say. I'm strongly opposed to the suggested acronym or shortened version, ASPROS, for all the reasons that have been previously expressed by many members. But from what I've been hearing and reading lately, that's no longer part of the debate. Is that true? But from what I've been hearing, that's no longer part of the debate. Also off the table at this point is any further suggestion or opinion of what would be a better name. As members of the SLA board have pointed out to us, there are many legal considerations involved in choosing a name, and both Fleischman Hillard and our legal counsel had to take those into consideration. Others have commented on the specific words. We are strategic to our organizations, but if you don't perceive that you are, you'd better get that way soon, or your position is likely to be vulnerable to elimination, and you along with it. Professionals. It's a much bigger and stronger word than some of the alternatives, analysts, workers, specialists, and more inclusive than managers, directors, engineers, or scientists. Less has been said about knowledge, and most of it negative in my reading of the postings. A good friend and I were struggling over this word, but somehow he stumbled upon a book that convinced us both that it's the right word for us. Love is the Killer App. How to Win Business and Influence Friends by Kim Sanders, who's the Chief Solutions Officer at Yahoo. His second chapter is entitled Knowledge, with an exclamation point. He starts out by saying, quote, the first step in cultivating value is to make sure you possess knowledge. He then lays out a practical 4-step program designed to make knowledge work for you. Aggregation, encoding, processing, and application. He's talking about what we do every day. One last quote, knowledge gives you insight and leads you to better strategies and clearer vision. Wow. This leads me to recall a lesson I learned long ago when I worked for a subsidiary of GTE Corporation, now Verizon. Now, wasn't that a change of names that the world had to get used to? In countless meetings with top management, we were told that our status in the organization was not about us. We were third in priority after our shareholders, who were number 1, and our customers, number 2. We were required to work hard to satisfy them. Can the same be applied to our attitudes about this proposed change of name? That matters less what we think about it than how those whom we serve react to it. One last thought. It's been easy and natural to ask, are you going to the SLA meeting next week? Will you be attending the SLA conference this year? ASKP works just as well. Easy letters that roll off the tongue. I'm eager to see you at the ASKP conference in New Orleans in June.